to the soccer grandstand this week. We have Northwest Strikeout Diabetes, the Canadian Diabetes Association. We want to put some of our great 8-game promos this year. Serial automotive scooter races, DC Shaver Hobbies with popular remote car races. No Variable Race School that we have said today will come in for a blast bag and bash. Darby's Fine Custom Jewelers Discount. Brooke A. McLeod Law Firm and Solar Base. The Welcome Tax costs are $500. We've got backpack A's with Kyle Kerr, along with Redeem the Dream and Dance for Your Dinner. There's also Colin Farrell staff at the game and upgrade your seats with Max Furniture. We are looking for volunteers for Baseball Canada Men's Championship, August 23rd to 27th, right here at Royal Athletic Park. The best teams from across Canada. Did you buy your tickets for tonight's game at the box office? Don't forget you can also buy HarbourCats tickets online or on your mobile phone through the HarbourCats Ticket Rocket box office on HarbourCats.com. If you do so, you can pick up your tickets at Wallace Driving School will call behind the grandstand. Skip the line, save some time, and buy online. We are now selling season tickets for the 2018 season as well. Main grandstand premium seats. See Ricky French, assistant GM and ticket manager after the game or in the office. There's no better way to enjoy the entire HarbourCats season. The great folks at Moxie's Restaurant on the East are back with the Moxie's Minute. Watch for an interview with a special guest about their experience watching HarbourCats baseball. The HarbourCats Tesseract computers are proud to provide free Wi-Fi at the park this year. Find the HarbourCats network and use Tesseract as the master key connect. Always connected here with the HarbourCats, and Tesseract computers will be on Broad Street downtown. Thanks to Gary and the staff for all of your support. Anytime is Montreal Subs time. $7.99 deal at all Montreal Subs locations, including Douglas Street. Thanks to the Montreal Subs for your support. Ladies and gentlemen, here's an early look at today's lineup. Brought to you by All Battery, visiting Bellingham Bells. Leading off the center fielder, number 6, Austin Peterine. Batting second, shortstop, number 15, Ernie Yates. Batting third, the third baseman, number 21, Austin Shannon. Batting fourth, the designated hitter, number 13, Chase Tilly. Batting fifth, right fielder, number 19, Max Flowers. Batting sixth, catcher number 8, Ryan Mendoza. Batting seventh, the left fielder, number 11, Colin Ridley. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 7, Cody Matthews. And batting ninth, first baseman, number 14, Evan Hearn. Starting pitcher tonight for the Bells, number 27, Julio Rodriguez.
Yeah, well, we'll be good up here. I'm not sure about down there.
So all that is for tonight is a highlight pack from last night, 2-5. That's it, I think, my friend.
Okay, sounds good.
Enjoy the game.
Yeah.
Comment 3-part highlight.
Okay.
3 parts.
Okay.
And to check battery, you can just hit it once. Full charge. 4 lights. Instead of holding power. Let's just double check. I'll go check the feed, make sure you're good. It does look a little strange. It's usually one.
Yeah, so, I mean, also it's
Yeah, I think that's one. Yeah.
but it could just be.
Try the other battery. Let's make sure we have a feed.
Yeah. That's
All
We got the best one. Oh, heads up, heads up, heads up. Bad toss.
Petway brought it. I told Petway, bring my laundry, and he grabbed my jersey. I ain't no snitch, but...
Ha ha ha.
Saturday with this blackout. Just let me know and I'll switch it for the battery.
All right, fans, here he is. Give a big round of applause and welcome the #1 mascot in the WCL, Harvey, the HarbourCats. All right, friends, we're going down to the field to Jim.
Thank you, Dan. Thank you, everybody. Welcome back into the series of Bellingham Bells. Second last regular season home game. Thank you for being here. How about this perfect weather, everybody, for baseball right now? Needs to have that in June, early June, when we all want to come here because one thing is going to rain pretty much every night. I want to bring a couple things to your attention. Tim Hortons again down there. There's a bunch of free stuff. Tim Hortons has stepped up as a major national sponsor of the HarbourCats this year. We're very proud to be part of that this year, having them cooperating with us in our business partnership. There's a booth up top on the concourse, the UVic Bikes program, Bikes Nation. Find out what's going on with Bikes Athletics coming up this fall and winter. A lot of exciting things. I'm pretty sure there's a major announcement to come from the UVic Vikings. And you'll want to pay attention to the news on this one. It's something a lot of fun. Tonight, of course, is Jersey Off the Back Night. Jersey Off the Back Night means that the jerseys these guys are wearing are going home with people tonight. Thank you to Oldland Brown. Paul and everybody at Oldland Brown's great. These Victoria blue jerseys are going home. Fill out the form you got, put them in the bin at the info booth, and a chance to win Game 1 Victoria HarbourCats jerseys is a special night. Yes, you have to stay here to the end of the game to win it, because that's when we're going to do the draws. So, exciting night for everybody having a chance to win that for sure. Mind the Buy program, page 25 gives you a chance to have a winning trip to Las Vegas with Flight Center. Thank you to Flight Center for that. The Nationals coming up, there was a booth of information. I saw Dave, I saw Jackie, I saw Ken from the committee. They're to answer all sorts of questions. They have all sorts of schedules and ticket information for you. Exciting, we're going to have the Victoria Mobile Radio Home Run Derby into the ocean on August 23rd, and then the 24th and 27th is when that tournament takes place here at Wellington Park, and some games as well at Lambert Park. Season tickets available. Fraser Campbell, where are you? Give me a wave. Fraser Campbell and Jordan Campbell. The Campbell Real Estate Club section is going to grow by two more rows this next year. And our friends in second row meet are going to love some more padded seating for next year, more chances to be more comfortable in the games. We're excited about that. Season tickets in 2017 pricing until August the 23rd. A lot of people are doing it to bring season coming to the office. Tonight we have a couple of interesting things. The 50 is being done by Pacifica Housing, and Pacifica Housing is great work for Victoria, helping to alleviate the housing issues we have in Victoria. Support the 50 you got it, man. And all the others. Great to have them here. Big group down in Section 6 starting to gather. It's fantastic to have them here. And they played a pre-game game out there in the little land on Big Street, which is a lot of fun to watch. So, a lot of fun things going on. We have a couple of special guests for our first pitch tonight, certainly supporting housing and social issues. The Honorable MLA Rob Fleming this Friday. Rob, come on out. Also the Minister of Education. Rob, great to have you here. Thank you very much. It's great to be here. He's not the only one. We're going to make this place look a little prettier here tonight because we're welcoming Sheila Sarton of Victoria. who's up for Miss Canada Globe 2017. The national pageant to be held in Toronto August 16th and 27th. The final of it will be televised. There are 61 competitors in total. It's a great competition. People's Choice Voting, mcgpvoting.com. She's got information given down by the ticket booth there, information table. You can find out how to vote and help her. Currently in the top 3, and also a Facebook page you can go to and find out more information. The charity she's supporting is Easter Seals. It's fantastic. And the talent she's going to be showing off is figure skating, which will be interesting to watch how that takes place. So help her with her efforts to get to this and represent Victoria at the Miss Canada Globe 2017 National Pageant. You two get to go over to pitches tonight and get to do it together. A couple of captures. We got Sam Control and Noah Pruitt. Here we go. They're going the whole distance. Marks and go. We almost killed Christian. That was by design, Christian. We were trying to get you in that all year. There we go. Slippery Santa Mitola. Thank you, Sheila Sarton and Honorable MLA Rob Fleming, the Minister of Education. Thank you very much, everybody.
Today's umpires are brought to you by YYJ Airport Shuttle. At home plate, John Hall. At first base, Nick Moore. And third base, Corey Klein. As your umpires brought to you by YYJ Airport Shuttle.
Okay, looking coffee.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we will ask you to please rise and remove your hats for the singing of the national anthem. Performed tonight by Jenny Dekai.
Through the perilous night, o'er the
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Royal Athletic Park for Game 2 of the Victoria HarbourCats and the Bellingham Bells. My name is Jonathan Hodson, glad to be back with you on Go Live broadcast for the second of this 3-game series, a crucial series for both teams, the final set of home games in Victoria this year for the HarbourCats. Last night, Bellingham won 11-9, punching up the top of the West Coast League North second half a little bit more. 3 teams within a half game of each other right now. Entering play tonight, Wenatchee leads at 12-9. Victoria, 13-10, is in a virtual tie, but they're in second because they have one more loss. And then Bellingham at 12-10, half game back of Victoria. Tonight, the HarbourCats are in their road blues. Special promotion in the ballpark tonight has them in their blues this evening in the first base dugout. Just about to take the field, led by their starting right-hander Taylor Prokopas. And they now take the field, led by Prokopas from Sandy, Utah and Colorado Mesa. The starting lineup for the Bellingham Bells, leading off the center fielder Austin Pinarini, batting second the shortstop Ernie Yake, third is third baseman Austin Shenton, batting fourth the DH Chase Illig, batting 5 the right fielder Max Flower. Sixth is Ryan Mendozona, the catcher. Batting 7, the left fielder Colin Ridley. Batting 8, the second baseman Cody Matthews. And batting 9 is the first baseman Evan Hearn. Beautiful night again here in Victoria. Temperature in the high 20s this afternoon. No wind to speak of. Clear, other than some high smoke cover from the forest fires in the interior blowing over to the island. Prokopas warms up. His catcher, Shane McGuire, throws the last warm-up toss down to second base, and Austin Pinarini digs in. The center fielder for Bellingham did not play in last night's game. Pinarini, a left-handed bat, takes strike 1 at 6:37. Pinarini batting .319 with a couple of home runs and 22 RBIs. The 0-1 pitch is ball 1. Pinarini has 11 doubles, which places him second on the Bells. Prokopas' 1-1 pitch is lined into center field for a base hit. Austin Pinarini begins the day with a single to center field for Bellingham. We'll get you the numbers on Taylor Prokopas, the starting right-hander for Victoria. He is 3-2 with a 6.27 ERA in 16 games, 4 of them starts, 33 innings, 42 hits, 12 walks, 24 strikeouts. Now facing the shortstop Ernie Yake. Yake takes high for ball 1. Yake led off in last night's game and had himself a big night. 3 RBIs and a couple of hits. Fouled down the left side. Just underway, leadoff runner is aboard. Top of the first inning. Day 2 between Victoria and Bellingham. The season series is tied at 2 games apiece right now. The HarbourCats took 2 of 3 earlier this month in Bellingham. 1-1 pitch high. The defense tonight for the HarbourCats. Shane McGuire catches Taylor Prokopas. The infield third to first, Weiss, Shipley, Johnson, and Bragg. And the outfield left to right, Zajac, Shaps, and Van Saw. Ground ball past the mound. Shipley over the bag, touches the bag on to first, double play. Call it 2 for Harry Shipley. Ground ball brought him across the bag, so in one motion he fielded and stepped on the bag and completed it over at first. 2 quick outs for Procopis, who will bring in Austin Shenton.
Now batting the third baseman, number 21, Austin Shenton.
Shenton, the third baseman. Another left-handed bat. First pitch is inside. Shenton, the first part of a dynamic 3-4 combination for Bellingham this year, teaming with Chase Illig, who bats fourth. Ball 2. These two have combined to drive in 91 runs this year. Shenton at the dish now, 3 home runs, 41 RBIs. 2-0 pitch, it's a called strike. Shenton, the leading hitter in the West Coast League at the moment, batting .402 in 45 games. 2-1 pitch, popped up left side, out of play. Not overly common to see an everyday, a literal everyday player in the West Coast League with all the roster movement. Players getting here late, leaving early. But Shenton has played in 45 of his team's 49 games. 2-2 from Procopis, up and away. Lost the handle on that breaking pitch. It's all full now on Shenton, 3-2 with 2 outs. Top of the first inning, no score. Payoff pitch is grounded to short. Harry Shipley scoops, steps, and throws. That'll do it. 1-2-3 for Taylor Procopis with the help of a double play ball. We go to the bottom of the first inning here on Go Live Broadcast, no score. Welcome back to Victoria. We go to the bottom of the first inning, no score. The HarbourCats will get their first look at Rogelio Reyes, the starting right-hander for the Bellingham Bells, a rising sophomore out of Cal Berkeley, facing Harry Shipley to lead it off. First pitch is strike 1. We'll go through the HarbourCat lineup after the Shipley at-bat. Shortstop Harry Shipley, going into his senior year at Purdue, ripped foul towards the bench area where the coaches of the HarbourCats are sitting outside the dugout. Looks like everybody's alright. 0-2 to Shipley. Outside, Shipley comes in batting .289. Taylor Procopis looked pretty good in the top of the first inning. 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss, strike 3. Good start for Rogelio Reyes, striking out Shipley. That'll bring in Vansaw. The lineup for the HarbourCats tonight, written out by Brian McRae. Harry Shipley leads off at short, Hunter Vansaw in right field. Batting third, the catcher Shane McGuire. Fourth is center fielder Andrew Shaps. Batting fifth is second baseman Tucker Johnson. Batting sixth, the left fielder Riley Zajac. Batting seventh, the first baseman Harrison Bright. There's a ground ball in the hole at short. Backhand play. Yake with the gun in time. Now he's safe at first. Sorry about that. Flagging it out for an infield single is Hunter Vansaw. Rounding out the lineup for the HarbourCats. Batting eighth is Kevin Collard, DHing, and batting ninth, third baseman Cole Weiss. Infield single for Hunter Vansaw brings in Shane McGuire. Both teams picking up a hit in the first inning. Low ball one, bounding away from the catcher Mendoza a little bit. Not far enough for Vansaw to think about moving. Throw over. Rogelio Reyes, the starter for Bellingham. This is his 8th start. He is 1-4 with an 8.04 ERA. 31 in the third innings, 47 hits, 11 walks, 17 strikeouts. Count is 2-0 on Shane McGuire. Ball 3. Behind McGuire is Andrew Shaps. And the HarbourCats have a good 3-4 combo of their own. McGuire coming in hitting .508. And then Shaps behind him at .462. There's a ground ball to second base. Shovel to the bag. Turned on to first. A double play. Bellingham turns their own 2-ball to end the bottom of the first. We go to the second. No score here on your live broadcast. Welcome back to Victoria. We go to the second inning, no score. Both teams with singles in the first. Both teams hit into a double play ball. Back to the hill is Taylor Prokopis. The right-hander for the HarbourCats deals ball 1 to Chase Illig. Illig, the DH, is the West Coast League leader in home runs and RBIs. 1-0 pitch is roped into right field for a base hit. Leadoff single, Chase Illig. Second hit of the day for Bellingham. The HarbourCats held Illig in check relatively last night, going 1 for 5. This is Max Flower. They did not hold him in check. Flower last night hit his 5th home run of the season in a 3-hit effort. Fouled away down the right field line. Another good midweek crowd still filling in here. We had just shy of 2,300 last night, and it looks like it will challenge that mark again tonight. Max Flower batting .268. The 0-1 pitch is ball 1.
Yeah, there's a New York fan up there.
Leadoff singles on first base here in the top of the second, no score. Victoria and Bellingham, 2 of the 3 teams duking it out for the West Coast League North Division second half title. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Last inning, Harry Shipley turned his 6-3 double play, and he was responsible for all 3 of the outs in that first. Set for 1-2. Strike 3 called on the outside corner on a breaking pitch. First strikeout of the day for Procopas is out number 1 in the second.
Now batting pitcher number 8, Ryan Mendoza.
This is Ryan Mendoza, the catcher. Takes ball 1 low. Last night, Bellingham pounded out 19 hits in their 11-9 win. The HarbourCats could not avoid the big inning, as Bellingham put up big numbers in 3 different innings. Ground ball through the right side, again a base hit. That's a single for Mendoza, pushing Illig up to second base. First and second for Colin Ridley, still just 1 out in the inning. 3 hits now for Bellingham. Taylor Procopas was very good in his bullpen role in the first half. Pressed into service in the rotation here in the second half. First pitch to Colin Ridley. Ground ball right side fielded by Bragg. On to second for the out. That's all they'll get. Harrison Bragg immediately went to second, feeding Harry Shipley for the out. Runners will now be on the corners with 2 outs. First and third, 2 out for Cody Matthews, the second baseman. First pitch, ground ball sharply at Shipley. On to second for the out. That'll do it. Taylor Procopas gets around a couple of singles in the second. We go to the bottom of 2. Still scoreless here on Go Live Broadcast.
Thanks, Dad. We also transportation to HarbourCats are pleased to recognize the service men and women of the military. We had veteran or current service member, and today it's ordinary seaman Nelson Galambos. It was a lifer from Victoria who has been in the military since 2016. A military family. Husband is currently out on a warship and has been across Canada. And ask you please help us to thank her for serving our country and serving Canada as a whole. And our military in Canada.
Bottom of the second arrives in Victoria, no score. Back to work for Bellingham is Rogelio Reyes. Called strike one on Andrew Shaps. 4, 5, and 6 will hit in the inning. Andrew Shaps to the center fielder. Called strike two. Not a lot of velocity early on from Reyes, 83, 85 in the first couple of innings. The 0-2. Grounded through the right side for a base hit. Leadoff single for Andrew Shaps. It's been a popular spot early in this baseball game. Bellingham had a pair of base hits to that exact spot last inning. So the leadoff single will bring in Tucker Johnson. Johnson, the second baseman, wears 11 and bats right. Johnson batting .266 with a home run and 15 RBIs. Taking a lone away ball one. Missing for ball two. Reyes has been a little bit better as of late for Bellingham, despite the very tough numbers. Outside ball three on Johnson. So a little bit of trouble here. Leadoff single, and now 3-0 on Johnson, with Riley Zajac waiting on deck. 3-0 pitch is a strike, 3-1. Rogelio Reyes faced Victorio back on July 19. The 3-1 pitch fouled back. 6 1/3 innings, 2 earned runs on 7 hits, a walk and 3 strikeouts. That was his best outing of the season. He followed that up with a serviceable outing on July 25, 6 innings, 4 runs against Cowlitz. So he has been better the last 2 times out. 3-2 pitch, reaching out and spoiling it down the right field line. No score, bottom of 2. Critical baseball game tonight between Victoria and Bellingham. Payoff pitch upcoming to Johnson, but first a throw over. Right now, the season series between Victoria and Bellingham is tied at 2. So these next 2 games are going to go a long way. 3-2 is down the heart of the plate for strike 3 called. Strikeout number 2 for Rogelio Reyes. First out of the inning brings in Riley Zajac. It's a big strikeout for Reyes. Fell behind Johnson 3-0 with the leadoff single already on base. Coming back to get the strikeout. Runner goes on the first pitch. The throwdown is a 1-hopper. The tag is there. Mendoza with a good throw. 1-hop in the glove of Yake at second base. He slapped down the tag to nab Andrew Shaps, stealing. The count is 0-1, I believe. 0-1 on Riley Zajac, so my how an inning can change. The HarbourCats had a leadoff single and a 3-0 count, but then Johnson ends up striking out and Shaps caught stealing, so it's now 2 outs and nobody on for Zajac. Counts now. Yes, it is 2-0. Outside, Harrison Bragg hoping for a chance. Zajac batting .264. Takes outside ball 4. So the runner is replaced with 2 outs. That is the first walk allowed by Reyes. To bring in Harrison Bragg. Bragg, the first baseman tonight. Comes in batting .259. Fouls the first pitch back. 5 home runs and 18 RBIs. Hits are 3-2 as we're still scoreless in the bottom of the second. Many thanks for joining us wherever you're watching from tonight on Go Live Broadcast. 0-1. Swing and a miss. 0-2. Good breaking pitch there, snapped off by Rojo Reyes. Set for 0-2. Reyes trying to work through a scoreless bottom of the second. Looking into his catcher, Mendoza. The pitch misses outside. Bragg going into his senior year at Mississippi State. Set for 1-2. Fouled in front of the third base dugout of Bellingham. Both teams wearing darks tonight because of the Jersey Off Our Backs promotion. The HarbourCats are wearing blue tonight, and Bellingham, after wearing their darks last night, they are wearing their alternate greens tonight. Another 1-2. Swung on, hit in the air to left center field. Stepping up to make the play in center is Pinarini. That'll send us through the second, and here we'll have part 1 of a highlight pack from last night's 11-9 Bellingham win. Tonight we're scoreless after 2 on Go Live Broadcast.
She's already started, so go.
There you go, Dad.
Thanks. Thanks, dude.
Great job, that is Victor and Nathan. Give a big round of applause. Thanks to BC Streamer and Hobby for introducing any targets today. And if you head down to the soccer grandstand at the speed gun, let's check out guys with the Canadian guys with the
We go to the third inning here in Victoria, still scoreless. Taylor Procopa is back to the mound for Victoria. He has scattered 3 hits in the first 2 innings. Apologies about the middle of the last inning. We weren't able to bring part 1 of the highlight pack. We'll bring that to you this next half inning. Strike 1 there to Evan Hearn. Then we'll have the highlight pack each of the next 3 inning breaks for you. Swung on over the right side and well foul into the bullpen. Evan Hearn, the first baseman for Bellingham. Procopa's 0-2 pitch is grounded to Harry Shipley. Gloved, stepped, and thrown. That'll be out number 1. Shipley has been a busy man early on, and that's a good sign for Procopas. Lots of ground balls at his shortstop. Shipley has already made 4 plays tonight and one of them was a double play, so he has been responsible for 5 outs. Top of the order now for Austin Pinarini. Missing for ball 1. Pinarini singled to lead off the ball game. One-0 pitch. Upstairs, 2-0. Crowd still filling in a little bit. We're definitely over the 2,000 mark tonight. Two-0. Called strike, 2-1. Lots of ground balls and 1 strikeout for Taylor Procopas so far. Has not walked a batter. Outside, 3-1. After Pinarini, it is Ernie Yeek. Three-one pitch is popped up left side, foul ground, but it'll get out of play. Count fills at 3-2. 1 out here in the top of the third, no score. Victoria and Bellingham. The Bells won last night 11-9 to take the opener. 3-2 pitch, up and in, ball 4. That is the first walk allowed by Procopas tonight. Coming with 1 out in the third. Procopas has had his difficulty in his last 3 starts. His last 3 starts, he's given up 16 earned runs in 11 2/3 innings. But he looked better so far tonight. Looking to turn his fortunes around. First pitch is ball 1. Ernie Yeek grounded into a 6-3 double play ball. On a ground ball that went over the mound perfectly to the bag, where Harry Shipley picked up and stepped on the bag. 1-0 pitch is popped up left side into shallow left field. Coming on Zajac to make the play for out number 2. Two out for Austin Shinton. 2 outs, runner at first base, no score, top 3. 5th start of the year for Taylor Procopas. He's heading into his junior year at Colorado Mesa. They made the Division II World Series this spring. That's to the backstop and a funny hop off the backstop, so easily into second is Austin Pinarini on the wild pitch. That ball kicked off the hardwood backstop and probably hit an edge as it popped straight in the air and had some serious hang time before Shane McGuire was able to glove it. So the runner is up to second base now with 2 outs. Count is 1-0 on Chinton. Chinton takes a strike. Chinton in last night's game was 2 for 4 with a run driven in. Swing and a miss, 1-2. He also reached base 3 times. But here he's down a ball and 2 strikes. And Taylor Procopas will try to shut down his 3rd scoreless inning. Right-hander sets and delivers. Ground ball at the shortstop Shipley, but it's up the middle into center field, and that will drive in Pinarini. Hard hit grounder up the middle required a long run for Shipley behind the bag at second. It kicked off his wrist or glove, and that is an RBI single for Austin Shenton, and Bellingham leads 1-0. And now we see a pinch runner at first base, so Austin Shenton, we will keep our eyes on that. Shenton has been pulled after the RBI single here in the third. That is a significant bat no longer in the lineup for Bellingham. Chaz Lopez is the pinch runner at first. First pitch swung on, popped up left side. Back from third is Weiss in the grass to make the play. And there is that final out of the third, but not before Bellingham gets a 1-0 lead on Austin Shenton's 42nd RBI of the year. Here is part 2 of our highlight pack from, or part 1, sorry, from last night's game.
He's back. Please welcome Raheem the Dream. Hello, HarbourCats!
First pitch is lifted to left field. That is back at the track. The wall, that ball is gone. Opposite field home run for Kyle Stewart. And the Bells have the early lead on the leadoff home run here in the second, 1-0. Some difficulty early tonight. Hit sharply to short off the glove of Shipley into center field. One will score, two will score. Bellingham has seized a 4-0 lead. 2-2. Line to center field, that'll get it down for a base hit. Austin Shenton picks up the extra run for Bellingham, scoring the runner from third with 2 out. Set for 1-1. That's line to left field and a base hit. Sent around third is Weiss. The throw will be cut off. We go to the bottom of the third inning, 1-0 Bellingham. And the HarbourCats are on the board here. Reyes back to work for Bellingham, now with a lead. Kevin Collard leads off for the HarbourCats. First pitch swung on, hit high and deep to right field. To the track, to the wall. That ball is gone. Kevin Collard goes deep on the first pitch of the bottom of the third to draw the HarbourCats even at 1. That is home run number 3 for Kevin Collard. Leadoff home run in the bottom of the third ties the game at 1. To bring in Cole Weiss, the third baseman. The HarbourCats waste no time tying the game back up. Ground ball past the mound, tough play. Ernie Yake on the run, throw is strong, and he is out at first base. Nice play by Ernie Yake coming in on that topper past the mound. Top the order for Harry Shipley. Inside, ball 1. 3 hits now for the HarbourCats, 4 for Bellingham. 1-0 pitch is ball 2, bounding away from Mendoza. The defense tonight for Bellingham. Right-hander Rogelio Reyes deals to his catcher, Ryan Mendoza. Shenton, Yake, Matthews, and Hearn on the infield. And the outfield left to right is Ridley, Pinarini, and Flower. 2 balls and 1 strike on Shipley, who taps it foul. 2-2. Both teams have traded runs here in the third. Last night's game got wild in a hurry as Bellingham took a 5-0 lead in the second. The HarbourCats, it was a game of runs all night long. The HarbourCats would score the next 6 to take a 6-5 lead. Bellingham would score the next 6 as that's grounded to Yaked short, throws across in time for out number 2. And the HarbourCats would score 3 in the bottom of the 7th last night to bring it to 11-9, but that is where it stayed. 2 outs for Hunter Vansaw. First pitch is hammered down the right field line, curving foul. Vansaw had an infield single in the first, coming in batting .342 with the team leading 7 home runs and 30 RBIs. The 0-1. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Great night for baseball again here in Victoria, hot and sunny, and it will remain that way for tomorrow's 6:35 start. 1-1 pitch, outside, 2-1. The HarbourCats, after this series, finished their season with 2 games against the Port Angeles Lefties on the weekend. 2-1. Hit well in the right center field. That ball's to the track. That ball's at the wall and gone. Hunter Vansaw goes deep to right center field. Home run number 8 gives the HarbourCats a 2-1 lead. The HarbourCats belting 2 home runs off of Rogelio Reyes here in the third. Collard led off the inning with a home run, and now Hunter Vansaw with his team leading 8th of the year. A solo home run. 2-1 HarbourCats with Shane McGuire stepping in. McGuire takes strike 1. Oh and 1. Called strike. 0-2. Rogelio Reyes tries to get out of this third. 0-2. Outside 1-2. We have the middle part of last night's highlights coming up after the third. One-two. Hit well to second base, backhand play, knocked down but not cleanly. The throw is not in time. Shane McGuire will reach first base. We will see what they call that. It was knocked down on the backhand side by Matthews, but not gloved cleanly, and that gave McGuire enough time to reach first base. Inning continues for Andrew Shaps. And they're charging the E4 on Matthews. Outside ball 1 to Shaps. Andrew Shaps led off the second with a single, but was caught stealing second. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Bellingham scored a run in the top of the third. Victoria has 2 home runs to take a 2-1 lead here in the bottom half. Line down the left field line, foul.
Yeah, you can have it. You can have it.
Reyes delivers, lined out of play again over the left side. Reyes has the velocity up here in the third. That last pitch, 88 on the gun. Both teams have 4 hits. Bellingham has committed their first error in this inning. Runner goes on 2-2, grounded foul off the foot of Andrew Shaps. Count is 2-2 with 2 outs, and the HarbourCats have scored a pair in the inning. Shaps with 2 home runs and 19 RBIs in 20 games so far. 2-2. Foul tipped into the glove, hung on, strike 3. There goes the HarbourCats in the third, but Collard and Vansaw go deep. HarbourCats lead 2-1 after 3 here on Go Live Broadcast. Here's the middle part of last night's highlights.
Fans are going down the third baseline.
0-2 is hit to center field. That'll get down a base hit. Coming in to score from second is Andrew Shaps. And the HarbourCats have scored both of those leadoff runners. And they're back in the baseball game, trailing 5-3. The runner at third came in to score. 1-2 pitch is lined into left field, a base hit. Coming in to score, Shipley. Vansaw goes to third. Moving to second with an RBI double is Shane McGuire. Delivers first pitch, bouncing away and coming in to score on the wild pitch is Hunter Vansaw. The HarbourCats have erased the 5-0 deficit. Harrison Bragg is 0 for 2 with 2 strikeouts. It puts one over the middle on 3-0 and it's belted to center field. That could score the run. Catch is made in center field and the throw is to the middle of the infield. Andrew Shaps drives in the run on a sac fly. 3-2. Into the 4th inning we go with the HarbourCats ahead 2-1. Strike 1 dealt by Taylor Prokopas. He's allowed 1 run on 4 hits through 3 innings. Max Flower leading off for Bellingham here in the 4th. The 0-1 pitch, check swing into the meshing above the dugout area. Quickly 2 strikes. Just 1 strikeout through 3 innings for Prokopas. He has walked 1 as well. Oh, 2. Reaching out and spoiling it. Max Flower, 5 home runs, 5 doubles. Also leads Bellingham in stolen bases as that goes to the backstop. Flower leading off the 4th will be followed by Mendoza and Ridley. This trio has been aboard twice, 1 hit between them. One, 2. Up and in, 2-2. The Wenatchee Apple Sox have been canceled tonight. That is the other of the three teams who are battling for the second half title. 2-2, outside and high, 3-2. Ryan Mendoza, the catcher, stands on deck. Flower trying to be a leadoff base runner here in the top of the fourth for Bellingham. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. High fastball gets Flower with the first out of the fourth. Strikeout number 2 for Prokopas. And both of them have victimized Max Flower. Ryan Mendoza stands in. He singled in the second. First pitch is strike 1. Stadium lighting has just now turned on at 7:25. 0-1. Upstairs. It's going to be a while before the stadium lighting takes hold of the field, but it's a bit of a funny light tonight with the smoke overhead. 1-1 is just missing. 2 balls and 1 strike. The HarbourCats have been right around 500 at home all year long, looking to finish strong. Called strike 2-2. Bellingham bench making a little bit of noise after that strike 2 call. Two and 2, outside 3-2. Prokopa is having to work here in the fourth inning, back-to-back full counts. Three and 2 with 1 out. Popped up. Harry Shipley, Cole Weiss, and Lee Shipley to make the catch at short for out number 2. So Bellingham has worked Prokopas a little bit here in the fourth, but both times he is needed to make a big pitch, he has. Recording a strikeout and a pop out on full counts. 2 outs for Colin Ridley. Ridley takes ball 1. He reached on a fielder's choice in the second. (1-0) inside again, 2-0. 88 there from Prokopas, so both of these pitchers around the same window velocity-wise. 2-0 is ball 3. Behind Ridley is Cody Matthews. 2-1 the HarbourCats leading here in the top of the fourth. 3-0 pitch is down the middle. (3-1) ground ball, second base, playing well back is Tucker Johnson, but that gets through him into right field, so that'll be an E4 charge to Tucker Johnson. He was playing in shallow right field for that at bat of Colin Ridley, and that got through him, so both teams have committed an error. Both second basemen have committed errors. That'll keep the inning alive for Cody Matthews. Ridley is 0 for 2, but has reached base both times. Big swing and a miss by Matthews, who grounded out to shortstop, ending at the second inning. Roped down the right field line and foul. Matthews going into his senior year at Marshall University, hitting .309 with a home run and 9 RBIs. 0-2. Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2-1, the HarbourCats lead. All the scoring done in the third. Procopa is trying to have a reset inning and post another 0 here in the fourth. The 1-2, check swing and a good pitch. It's ruled a ball, but did he go? No, sir. Ball 2. Tough take there for Matthews, but it works out. The runner at first base is Colin Ridley. The deuces pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. Procopas gets it done and pitched later. Middle of the fourth, still 2-1 HarbourCats. Here is the finale of last night's highlights. 3-2 pitch is looped to left and down for a base hit. 1 will score. Waved around and 2 will score. Into second with a 2 RBI double is Ernie Yake. Long at bats, foul balls. That ball is crushed to left field by Max Flower. That's over and out and then some. A 2-run home run for Max Flower extends Bellingham's lead to 10-6. 3-2 again is lined to center field, a base hit. Coming around to score is Riley Zajac. RBI single, Harry Shipley. 11-7. 1-2 is hit to right field, might drop in and it will. An RBI double for Chaps. He slides in head first into second, but coming up with a gun is Max Flower. Perfect throw from Max Flower gets Chaps, but the RBI single and the outfield assist means it's 11-9. Set and the 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The fourth inning, 2-1. The Bellingham Bells come in. Tucker Johnson leads off, taking ball 1 on a breaking pitch low. Johnson, Zajac, and Bragg in the inning against Rogelio Reyes. Line drive to right field, that gets down, a base hit. Tucker Johnson leads off the fourth with a single to right. 5 hits now for the HarbourCats. Johnson was likely looking to atone for that error he committed in the fourth inning. Did not come around to hurt the HarbourCats. Here is Riley Zajac. He walked in the second. First pitch is ball 1. Throw over. Sliding in safely is Johnson. The HarbourCats have stolen a lot of bases this year, but at times the aggressiveness has caught up to them. They are 61 out of 98. 1-0 pitch, outside, 2-0. Tucker Johnson on first base has stolen 5 bases. Zajac 5 doubles, a triple, and 4 home runs. Takes ball 3. Rogelio Reyes allowing a leadoff single, now falling behind Zajac 3-0 with Harrison Bragg on deck as the HarbourCats look to add on. Missing outside, ball 4. That is the second time that Zajac has walked. Those are the only 2 walks allowed by Reyes. First and second, nobody up for Bragg. Bellingham coming into this game was looking to get 5 innings out of Rogelio Reyes, but with some trouble here in the 4th inning, they do have an arm heading down to the bullpen. Missing outside ball 1 to Bragg, who flew out to center field, ending the 2nd. Both of these teams treating this game like their life depends on it, because it just might. Long pause, the 1-0 pitch. Big swing and foul tip, it sounded like. 1-1. HarbourCats and Wenatchee are in a virtual tie for first place. Wenatchee has first place due to having 1 less loss and having the tiebreaker over the HarbourCats, and Bellingham is just a half game back. 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Johnson on second, Zajac on first. They lead off their bases. 1-2 to Bragg is strike 3 called on the outside corner. 91 on that strikeout for Reyes. Strikeout number 4 for Reyes. Kevin Collard now bats with 2 on and 1 out. Collard hit a home run, his 3rd of the year, leading off the 3rd. First pitch is lined foul to left field. That home run gave Collard 3 home runs and 19 RBIs, this being his 38th game. Oh, 1, runners go, throw to third base, is into left field, popping up and scoring is Tucker Johnson. Into third base is Riley Zajac. So the double steal, and then the throwing error charged to the catcher Mendoza nets the HarbourCats their 3rd run. They lead 3-1 now, a runner at third base, 1 out. And the count is 0-1 on Collard. Swung on, hit well to left field, back at the track at the wall. That ball's off the wall. Scoring from 3rd is Zajac. Into 2nd with an RBI double is Kevin Collard. Kevin Collard working on a big day early on, swinging the bat very well. He homered to right field, and now he doubles off the wall and left. 2 RBIs on the night. The HarbourCats lead 4-1. Johnson and Zajac have both scored now, and the hitter is Cole Weiss. Weiss takes strike 1. The 0-1 pitch, missing inside, 1-1. Weiss heading into his sophomore year at UNC Wilmington. 6 doubles and 2 home runs. One. is lined to center field. That'll hang up though. Coming on to make the play for out number 2 is Pinarini. Top of the order for Harry Shipley. He is 0 for 2. And we'll see if the HarbourCats can pick up that extra run from second base. 2 runs are in the inning. HarbourCats lead 4-1. The 1-out RBI double of Kevin Collard is still at second base. Outside ball 1 to Shipley. Shipley came in batting .289 with an even strikeout to walk ratio of 21-21. Fly ball left field, high and deep to the track, to the wall, crashing into the wall, and the ball falls for a double for Shipley coming in to score. Kevin Collard, and the HarbourCats lead 5-1. Valiant effort by left fielder Colin Ridley going to his left, slamming into the wall, but unable to make the play. So the HarbourCats have scored 3 on 3 hits and a walk here in the bottom of the 4th, extending their lead out to 5-1, and that brings Jim Clem out of the dugout. For Shipley, that's RBI number 19. Victoria now totaling 5 runs on 7 hits. Bellingham giving time for their right-hander to warm in the bullpen. Rogelio Reyes comes in with an ERA over 8 in 7 starts, but his last 2 have been better, including 6 1/3 and 2 earned runs against the HarbourCats a couple of times ago, but this time is not going so well. Runner at second base, 2 out for Hunter Vansaw. Vansaw has a perfect night. First pitch, ball 1 low. Vansaw had an infield single in the first and homered in the third. The HarbourCats have hit 2 home runs tonight. Stepping off the back of the mound, Victoria has now hit an impressive 42 home runs this summer, led by Vansaw's 8. Hit well to right field. That's on the line into the glove of Max Flower. That will end the bottom of the 4th inning, but the HarbourCats scored 3 on a couple of doubles. We go to the 5th inning on Go Live broadcast. The HarbourCats lead 5-1.
Get set, go.
Center field. Dayton Provo going back. This is over his head, and it's over the wall. Kevin Collard will touch them all. The HarbourCats have tied the game 1-1. Bonneau with a fly ball to right field, and this is going to go back and out of here.
We go. 5-1 the HarbourCats lead. Taylor Prokopas back to the mound for his 5th inning of work, welcoming in Mike Edwards for this top of the 5th inning, as the first pitch is on its way, fouled off. Mike, it's been an up and down few days for the HarbourCats. They're up right now, but the last few days have been a little bit wild.
Well, it has been an up and down last couple of games for the HarbourCats, and in many respects it's been a microcosm of their summer as a whole, really. And the HarbourCats went out on the road to Cowlitz last weekend for a 3-game series against the Black Bears, who were holding down first place in the South Division going into the series.
0-2 to Evan Hearn.
And the Cats took the first 2 games quite convincingly in that series, but were unable to finish off the sweep on Sunday evening, and that has been one of the trends that seems to have plagued the HarbourCats a little bit this season.
1-2 pitch dropped in for strike 3. Strikeout number 4 for Prokopas. He had 2 last inning. Now to the top of the order for Austin Pinarini.
And the HarbourCats, they've done a nice job in a lot of series getting ahead and taking the first couple games, but really finishing off teams in that 3rd game has proven to be a challenge on a couple of occasions, and it was this weekend in Cowlitz. Still, though, 2 of 3 on the road against a hot Cowlitz team has to be considered a good result for the HarbourCats.
Missing for ball 1 on Austin Pinarini. He's singled and walked and scored a run tonight. Prokopas delivers, swing and a miss. Now looking ahead, a couple of more with Bellingham and then 2 in Port Angeles. So what looks to be the task if the HarbourCats want to give them a good chance to get in?
Well, the HarbourCats, I think that the goal has to be for them. They have 4 games left, counting the one tonight, and I think that the goal has to be to run the table and go 4-0. That would really give themselves a good chance to get in, but we'll see what happens down the stretch.
Missing upstairs, 2 balls and 2 strikes. 1 down here in the top of the 5th inning. 5-1 HarbourCats lead the Bellingham Bells.
With the loss last night for the HarbourCats, they dropped into 2nd place in the division, as you mentioned, with
line foul.
Sorry, John, with 1 more in the loss column than Wenatchee has. The Apple Sox, the Wenatchee Apple Sox, were idle last night, and again tonight their game was postponed, so they'll play a doubleheader tomorrow. That means after tonight's game between the HarbourCats and the Bells, the HarbourCats will have played 3 more games than the Apple Sox.
2-2 is a good pitch, but it misses for ball 3.
And John, it's interesting because you can look at it both ways. It does put a lot of pressure on the Apple Sox to win those games that they have in hand, but at the same time, it's nice for them to have them and really know that they control their own destiny down the stretch.
Payoff pitch is flown to left field. That's back to the track, and gliding over to make the play is Zajac. For out number 2. That'll bring in Ernie Yeek. Wenatchee's game tonight canceled, postponed till tomorrow due to wildfires in Washington, similar to what BC is dealing with right now. Ernie Yeek is 0 for 2. Missing outside for ball 1. Then coming up after a couple of off days on the weekend is a pair with Port Angeles. Swing and a miss, 1-1. Port Angeles, a team that is not going to make the playoffs. They've had a tough year. They have a short roster now. Those are 2 games where if you're Victoria, you really want to clean up those days.
Yeah, for sure you do. And we know Port Angeles, their first year of existence this year, kind of getting their feet underneath them, but at the same time, it's very difficult to come in as a first-year club in the West Coast League and make the playoffs. So it hasn't been the easiest of years for them, but for the HarbourCats standpoint, I think those have to be looked at as 2 very winnable games to close the season.
2-1. Foul back, 2-2.
Okay.
Sorry, John, but Bellingham on the flip side will play Wenatchee to close their season. So that'll be a very interesting 3-game series between those two teams. And all three at this point, at this juncture, are right in the mix for that wild card, or that, not the wild card spot, but the North Division title in the second half.
2-2, ball 3.
I'm thinking about the big league playoff picture, John. There's no wild card spots in the West Coast League, but the first half and the second half division winners each get the playoff spot. Kelowna, the winners in the first half, will be awaiting one of these 3 teams.
The payoff pitch is ball 4. That will extend the inning. A wrinkle is that Victoria has lost the tiebreaker to Wenatchee, so they cannot tie Wenatchee. They have to beat them outright by a game. And the tiebreaker with Bellingham, with 2 games remaining, has not been determined.
Right, and the tiebreaker, for those of you listening at home who may not know, the tiebreaker is the head-to-head record. And Wenatchee, way back when, near the start of the season, it was the second week of the season, they played back-to-back 3-game series here and then in Wenatchee, and the Apple Sox took 5 of 6 from the HarbourCats in those 6 games. So they have that head-to-head record tiebreaker, and as you mentioned, John, for the HarbourCats, they're going to need to finish one better than Wenatchee to make it in, because tying them isn't good enough.
This is Brendan McClary. Strike 1 on McClary. He took over for Lopez, who pinch ran for Austin Shenton after Shenton singled in his second at-bat back in the 3rd. McClary from Gonzaga hitting .256 with a home run and 17 RBIs. 1-1, fouled back. 5-1 HarbourCats, top of the 5th inning. Game 2 against Bellingham. 11-9, the Bells won last night.
And the HarbourCats are off to a good start with a 5-1 lead here in the 5th inning of this one. And I think it's safe to say here that this is probably as close to a must-win as a non-must-win game can come.
1-2, strike 3 called. Taylor Procopis rings up 2 more strikeouts to get through a scoreless top of the 5th inning. We're halfway home here on Go Live Broadcast. 5-1 HarbourCats. Thanks to Mike Edwards for stopping in. We'll be right back in the bottom of the 5th.
Great fans, everybody up. Everybody, hit the field. Trying to guys out here in time, Dr. Steve. We're going to make this. I know it's your favorite. This is very simple. Those of you that do not know how to play, I'm going to toss a coin. Put your hand on your head or your tail. If you are right, you stay alive. If you are wrong, you sit down. Here we go. Heads or tails. It is tails. Your hands on your head. Sit down. It is heads. If your hands on your tail, sit down. It is heads. If your hand is on your tail, sit down. It is heads. If your hand is on your tail, sit down. So got a couple up here. Good. It is heads again. If your hand is on your tail, sit down. It is tails. If your hand is on your head, sit down. I think I just killed the green grass and so is that in it? Keep going. It is heads. If your hand is on your tail, sit down. I got one over here still. It is heads. If your hand is on your tail, sit down. Is that my last guy? Then what am I doing over here? You guys gotta tell me these things. I thought you guys were on my side. I tell you. Let's go, Cats! Leading off for your Cats, the catcher from the University of San Diego, number 16, Shane McGuire.
Shane McGuire leads off the bottom of the 5th inning for the HarbourCats, leading Bellingham 5-1. McGuire takes ball 1 from Rogelio Reyes into his 5th inning of work. 5 runs on 7 hits. That is spanked to center field, backtracking in center, but making the play is Pinarini for out number 1. McGuire gave it a ride to the deepest part of the park. Here is Andrew Shaps. He is 1 for 2. The HarbourCats have scored 5 runs on 5 hits in the last 2 innings. Ball 1 to Shaps. Bouncing in, 2-0. And it is a new right-hander on the mound for Bellingham. 2-0 pitch. He is lined to left field, backtracking but making the play in left is Ridley for out number 2. McGuire and Shaps getting their swings in. A couple of loud outs here in the 5th. Two outs for Tucker Johnson. Johnson 1 for 2. Singled and scored last time. Strike 1 there. 0-1. Called 0-2. HarbourCats going quickly here in the bottom of the 5th. Couple of fly balls. Now 0-2 on Johnson. Outside.
Keep your heads up. Watch out for the baseball when you're out here. Watch out.
And if you want to come to about here as well, you can do that.
1-2 is swung on, hit well to left center field. That'll get down a base hit. 2 out single for Tucker Johnson. He is 2 for 3. The inning will continue for Riley Zajac. Zajac has not had an opportunity to swing yet tonight. 2 plate appearances, 2 walks. First pitch is grounded to second base, couple long hops. The throw is in time by Matthews. That'll do it. The HarbourCats go quietly on just a 2-out single. We go to the 6th on Go Live broadcast. Score holds at 5-1 HarbourCats.
Leading off for the Bills, designated hitter number 13, Chase
Jason Lake leads off for Bellingham in the top of the 6th inning. The HarbourCats still in control at 5-1. Procopas delivers strike 1. The league is 1 for 2. Bellingham has 4 hits on their day. All of the hits came in the first 3 innings. They've been held hitless in the last 2 as Procopas falls behind 2-1. The pitch is strike 2. In the inning, Illig, Flower, and Mendoza. Jace Illig is chasing history in these final days of the season, missing outside. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The West Coast League record for RBIs is 52. 3-2 pitch is lined to left field. Coming on to make the play, Zajac for out number 1. One down for Max Flower. Finish that thought on Illig. He has 50 RBIs and the league record is 52. So he can smell a piece of history. Quite possibly. First pitch to Max Flower is ball 1. HarbourCats doubling up the Bells in hits, 8-4. Leading where it counts, 5-1. 1-0 is popped up, flown to center, crashing in, chaps the dive and pops out of the glove. Staying in first with the single is Max Flower. Great effort from Andrew Shaps, crashing in from center, but is unable to squeeze it on the dive. So 1 out single will put a runner on for Ryan Mendoza. Mendoza is 1 for 2. This has been a very good start for Taylor Procopas, who had struggled in his previous 3 starts. Tonight he has worked 5 1/3 innings, 1 run on 5 hits. And with the HarbourCats limited options in the bullpen, this effort has been badly needed. Strike 1 there to Ryan Mendoza. One, swing and a miss, 1-2. McGuire sets up, the 2-strike pitch misses. 2 balls and 2 strikes, or 1 and 2, sorry. The umpire flashes the signs to Procopas. Fouled back. All the run scoring was done relatively quickly. 3rd inning, the HarbourCats had 2 home runs. All the scoring, or 1 run was put up by Bellingham in the top of the inning. HarbourCats had 2 in the bottom, and then they followed up with 3 more in the 4th inning to take their 5-1 lead. That misses low, blocked by McGuire. We play top of 6. Critical game again between Victoria and Bellingham. Both teams trying to keep pace with Wenatchee. That ball is lined through the right side for a base hit. Up to second base is Flower. A 1-out single for Ryan Mendoza. The catcher Mendoza is 2 for 3 now. That is 6 hits now for Bellingham. HarbourCats seeing if they can get Procopas through this 6th inning and make the night that much shorter for their bullpen.
Right there. Clear.
First pitch is strike 1 to Colin Ridley.
No back pitch, you will.
Ridley has been aboard twice, but hasn't reached safely yet. He reached on a fielder's choice and an error, so officially 0 for 2. Fouled back 0-2. Final game of this series goes at 6:35 tomorrow night.
Right behind. Clear.
0-2 is a ball, 1-2. Procopas and some of the fans wanted that pitch. Reset for 1-2. That ball swung on, hit well to center field. Under it, Chaps for out number 2. The runner tags. The throw is offline, fielded by Weiss. The throw well offline to third base. Both runners move up on the fly ball to center field. Second and third, 2 out now. Cody Matthews, the second baseman, will try to pick up the 2 out runs. He is 0 for 2. 5-1 HarbourCats top 6. Bellingham has their best chance of the day. Second and third, 2 out. First pitch in the dirt, blocked by McGuire. The bullpen has sat down for the HarbourCats. They are hoping Procopas can find this third out.
Nobody. Stop there.
1-0, swing and a miss. The wind is perfectly calm. Skies are still clear. Stadium lighting starting to take effect on the playing field just past 8 o'clock local time. 1-1, fouled away. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Flower on third, Mendoza on second, both with singles. The 1-2 pitch is rolled over past third, and that is a fair ball. 1 will score, 2 will score. RBI double for Cody Matthews to score, and Bellingham is back in the ball game at 5-3. Hard hit chopper right down the line at third base was off the glove of Cole Weiss and bounded into foul territory. Flower and Mendoza score, and that is the day for Procopas. So we'll step aside as the HarbourCats go to the bullpen, leading 5-3 here in the top of the 6th on Go Live Broadcast.
All home games for the Victoria HarbourCats live out of the truck on GoLiveBroadcast.com. Here's your 2016 Victoria HarbourCats Plays of the Year. Enjoy.
3-2 again, swung on, hit high and deep to left field. To the track, to the wall, Alcantara reaches up and pulls it back. A.J. Alcantara. to third base side. Pleshkel steps up, goes to first in time. Swung on into left center field. It gets down. Cameron Cannon has walked off the Vandals. Up within center is Stone. He fired, but the tag is made by Guntrip. What a play by Riley Guntrip. Bellingham may contest. 1-0 pitch grounded to short. Jew to Floyd. Over to first to Pryor. Double play around the horn. 6-4-3. That'll send us to the bottom of the 9th inning. He gets into this one high and deep to left field at the track, the wall. That ball is off the wall. 1-0 pitch. Fly ball left field. That has a charge on it. To the track, to the wall. That ball is gone. Griffin Andrechuk. The pitch is lined into left field. Staying up though, and the sliding grab is made by Snyder in left field. Bunch shown. Snap throw to first. It's a good throw and he got him. 2-2, back to the mound. Back to second.
Top
on to
of
first,
the
double
6th
play.
inning resumes. Bellingham has scored twice to make it 5-3. Couple of RBIs for Cody Matthews on a double. Give him 11 RBIs on the year. The hitter now is Evan Hearn to face the new pitcher, Garrison Ritter. Garrison Ritter, a right-hander out of St. Martin's University. Swing and a miss, strike one on Hearn, who is 0 for 2. Ritter's second appearance, his first came on July 28th at Cowlitz. The 0-1, called strike, 0-2. Ritter in that game. 3 scoreless innings on with 1 strikeout and 2 walks, and he earned the save in a 6-3 game. 0-2 is hit well down the line and right, curving towards the pole, and that is foul. Evan Hearn that close to tying the game up, as it just hooks foul down the right field line. Still 0-2 on Hearn. Hearn has 1 home run this summer, batting .210 in 27 games. 0-2 upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Taylor Procopas goes 5 2/3, allowing 3 runs on 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, and a walk. 1-2 pitch by Ritter, fouled off by Hearn. Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cody Matthews standing at second base. Crowd trying to get into it. 1-2 is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Wenatchee has been canceled tonight, so they will play 2 tomorrow, which will make tomorrow a very large day in the standings. 2-2 is fouled away. Both Victoria and Bellingham will play each other 1 more time tomorrow. Combined with the 2 games for Wenatchee, there's going to definitely be some movement tomorrow. 2-2 with 2 outs. 2 runs are in. Runners at second base. That ball's hit in the air to right field. Coming in to make the play is Shaps. That will do it for Bellingham in the top of the 6th. They score a couple of runs to shorten the lead up to 5-3 here on Go Live Broadcast. Harrison Bragg leads off the bottom of the 6th inning. The HarbourCats now leading 5-3. First pitch is lined to center field, but it hangs up for out number 1 to Austin Pinarini. That'll bring in Kevin Collard. Collard 2 for 2 with a home run and a double as driven into first pitch, ball 1. Swung on and missed. One on one pitch, missing for 2 balls and 1 strike. 3 runs on 7 hits, 2 errors for Bellingham. 5 on 8 with 1 for the HarbourCats. Ball 3 there to Collard. (3-1) is ball 4 inside. One out walk will bring in Cole Weiss. Cole Weiss 0 for 2 was robbed on a great play by Ernie Yeek at shortstop in the 3rd. Ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Going first to 3rd, Collard. He will get in there without a play. Now the throw to first base is wild, but it's backed up by the catcher, Mendoza. So the single through the right side for Weiss, puts runners at 1st and 3rd. The throw from the right fielder, Flower, was directed at first base to chase Weiss back into the bag, but it was offline, and the catcher Mendoza had to back it up. 9 hits now for the HarbourCats, and they have a chance to re-extend their lead. 1st and 3rd, 1 out for Harry Shipley. Ball 1 to Shipley. The shortstop had an RBI double in the 4th inning. (1-0), fouled back. From Victoria, Bellingham will then play Wenatchee in a season-ending 3-game series. The old 3rd to 1st move, everybody back. Stays 1-1 on Shipley. One pitch, swing and a miss, 1-2. Both bullpens are quiet as we play in the bottom of the 6th. 5-3 HarbourCats. HarbourCats have dropped their last 2 games. Runner goes from first, swung on, hit well in the air though to right field. Gonna have to get back to first base. The throw is late, but coming in to score on the sac fly from 3rd is Collard to extend the lead to 6-3. Sack fly RBI, Harry Shipley. Weiss was hung out to dry a little bit as he was running from first base. And the fly ball went lazily to right field. He did get back though. Second RBI on the night for Shipley. First pitch to Hunter Vansaw. Strike one. Oh, and one. Runner goes, foul back. Shipley gives himself a nice round number. 2 RBIs tonight gives him 20. He becomes the third HarbourCat with 20 RBIs. Missing outside, 1-2 on Hunter Vansaw. Hunter Vansaw has had 3 good at-bats tonight. Infield single in the first, home run in the third, and a line drive out to right field in the 4th inning. 1-2 is inside, 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and two with 2. Runner goes again, line drive into center field, base hit. Turning for third, Cole Weiss, he'll stop there. Hit and run single for Vansaw, puts runners at the corners with 2 outs for Shane McGuire. Three for 4 now for Vansaw. The HarbourCats have scored 1 here in the bottom of the 6th. They now lead 6-3. They led last night's game 6-5 in the middle innings, ending up dropping it 11-9. Off the glove of Mendoza, coming in to score is Weiss, and up to second goes Vansaw. That makes it 7-3. Fastball on Mendoza scores the extra run, so the HarbourCats have gotten both runs back that they gave up in the top of the inning. 1 out of McGuire, strike 1. Two runs on 2 hits, a walk, a sac fly, and now a pass ball contributes to it. 1-1, fouled back, 1-2. McGuire hitless so far, he is 0 for 3. For the first time in a long time, his average now dips below 500. One-two pitch, bouncing in, 2-2, going to third. The throw is in time to get Hunter Vansaw, trying to scoop third on the pitch in the dirt, but the HarbourCats do score 2. In the bottom of the 6th, we go to the 7th here on Go Live Broadcast. HarbourCats lead 7-3.
HarbourCats a shot of their bubblegum on his head.
Top of the 7th inning, about to get underway. 7-3 HarbourCats lead. New third baseman for the HarbourCats in the 7th is Noah Pruitt. He takes over for Cole Weiss. Weiss was 1 for 3. Garrison Ritter is back to work for the HarbourCats. He retired his only batter to end the 6th inning after Taylor Prokopis gave the HarbourCats 5 2/3 tonight. Top of the order for Bellingham in this 7th, Austin Pinarini leading it off. Pinarini 1 for 2 with a walk. 1-1. Called strike, 1-2. HarbourCats out hitting at Bellingham 10-7 right now. Last night it was Bellingham out hitting the HarbourCats 19-10. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Good start to the 7th inning for Garrison Ritter, striking out Pinarini. First strikeout for Ritter. This is Ernie Yake. Yake 0 for 2 with a walk. Shows bunt but takes ball 1. Bunt put down, good bunt, third base grass in. Pruitt, throw on the run, great play. Noah Pruitt gets him at first. Ernie Yake testing the new third baseman, putting down a good bunt on the third base grass, but Pruitt came in and threw on the run, a strong throw for out number 2. This is Brendan McClary. McClary took over for Austin Shenton. Called strike 1. Lopez actually pinch ran for Shenton, and then McClary took over. McClary is 0 for 1 after Shenton was 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Bouncing in. 1 ball, 1 strike. If the HarbourCats were to win tonight, that would move them officially half a game ahead of Wenatchee. But the catch is that they have still one more loss on their record than Wenatchee. Popped up, right side, foul territory. Who's gonna take it? Bragg. That'll do it for the top of the 7th, a 1-2-3. Or Garrison Ritter sends us to the stretch with the HarbourCats leading 7-3 here on Go Live Broadcast. and stand and stretch in the middle of the 7th. Now it's time for the bottom of the 7th. HarbourCats lead 7-3 over the Bellingham Bells. Shane McGuire swings at the first pitch, rolls it to second base, but not getting down on it was Matthews, and now at the second base, the throw is late. A lot going on that play. It was a routine ground ball rolled at the second baseman, Cody Matthews, but he simply didn't get the glove down. And alertly, Shane McGuire hustled it out and reaches second. A two-base error will start the inning. 3 errors now committed by Bellingham. This is Andrew Shops taking ball 1. Shops, the center fielder, 1 for 3. The HarbourCats looking to extend on a 7-3 lead. This match is their biggest lead of the ball game. Missing at the feet. 2 balls and no strikes. The HarbourCats never led by more than 1 run in last night's game. They trailed by as many as 5, and they trailed by 5 2 different times. 2-0 pitch. Shattered bat at first base, fielded at first, taken to the bag for out number 1. Moving to third is McGuire. So good job there by Shops to move the runner to third base with 1 out. This is Noah Pruitt for his first at-bat. Pruitt takes the lineup spot of Tucker Johnson, but is playing third base for Cole Weiss. The infield is in. First pitch is ball 1. So there's been some shuffling on the infield. Pruitt comes in hitting .338. Tapped foul. .338 with 2 home runs, 12 RBIs, 5 doubles, and a triple. Bellingham bringing the infield in, trying to prevent the HarbourCats from extending their lead anymore. Bounding away from the catcher Mendoza, but not far, so staying at third is Shane McGuire. An error led off this inning, committed by second baseman Cody Matthews. (2-1) to Pruitt, ball 3. After Pruitt is Riley Zajac. (3-1) pitch is ball 4. That will put runners at the corners, and Bellingham's middle infield will back up, hoping for the inning-ending double play ball. Zajac stands in 0 for 1. He has walked 2 times tonight. First pitch is strike 1. Zajac 4 home runs and 13 RBIs. The HarbourCats have hit 2 home runs tonight. Both of those came in the third. 0-1 inside.
Collard and Vansaw went deep in the third to give the HarbourCats a 2-1 lead. Since then, it's been stretched out to 7-3. And another third to first move. Is roped to right field, down for a base hit. Coming in to score from third is McGuire. Going first to third is Pruitt. RBI single. Riley Zajac run batted in, number 14 for him, and the HarbourCats lead 8-3. First and third, still just one out, and a run in now for Harrison Bragg. Bragg 0 for 3, but had a better at-bat in the 6th inning. Lining out to center field. 8 runs on 11 hits now for the HarbourCats. That ball is lined through the right side for a base hit. Coming in to score is Pruitt. Stopping at second is Zajac. RBI single, Harrison Bragg. 9-3 HarbourCats. Back-to-back RBI singles for Zajac and Bragg. For Bragg, that's his 19th RBI. And now a mound visit with a left-hander warming in the bullpen for Bellingham. The HarbourCats have scored 2 runs in back-to-back innings to extend their lead out to 9-3. At one time, this lead had been cut to 5-3. After Bellingham scored 2 runs in the top of the 6th. But now we play in the bottom of 7, and the HarbourCats starting to put some distance between them and the Bells. They've gotten good work tonight from Garrison Ritter. 1 1/3 scoreless innings. Mound visit just about complete, and Kevin Collard will stand in. Collard working on a big night. 2 for 2 with a walk. Has scored 3 runs and has driven in 2, and has hit his 3rd home run. Missing for ball 1 to Collard. One of the 2 runs in this inning is unearned. McGuire scored after reaching on an error. 1-0 pitch, bouncing in, 2-0. Little bit more of a buzz in the crowd with the HarbourCats bats working. "2-0 is through the right side on a base hit, waved around. Coming in to score as the throw is into third base. Zajac comes across to make it 10-3. Into third base is Bragg on the single for Collard. His 3rd RBI of the night. And the wheels keep turning, but not before a pitching change will be made by Bellingham, so we will step aside. The HarbourCats have scored 3 in the bottom of the 7th to lead 10-3. We'll be right back here on Go Live Broadcast.
Started, so go.
you go, Dad.
Thanks, dude.
Hey, boy. What's up, baby boy? How are you? Hey, buddy.
So if we win Final Four, then should we actually say it's just two?
Yes.
How would if we get out of the power
Bottom line was the way we finished 2 last losses. So if we don't lose any,
so they have done it.
we go to the resumption of the bottom of the 7th. Hitter is Cole Weiss. The HarbourCats have scored 3 to lead 10-3. First and third, 1 out. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Armin Saburi is the new left-hander for Bellingham. 0-2, runner goes from first, swing and a miss, strike 3, throw down, swipe tag, not applied. Strikeout of Weiss, stolen base for Collard. Second and third now, with 2 outs for the top of the order in Harry Shipley. Harry Shipley 1 for 3, a double and 2 RBIs. Armin Saburi out of Cal Berkeley. Fouled away left side. Saburi 2-1 in 15 games, 2 saves, and a 2.79 ERA. 19 and a third, 21 hits, 9 walks, 23 strikeouts. 0-1 is kept in front by Mendoza. Heck of a play there by the catcher to keep it close and prevent Harrison Bragg from scoring from third. Bellingham had momentarily shortened this game up to 5-3 in the 6th, but the HarbourCats have scored 2 in the 7th, 2 in the 6th, and 3 here in the 7th to now lead 10-3. 1-1, fought off by Shipley. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Armin Saburi on in relief here in the 7th for Bellingham, trying to shut down the 7th inning. Shot foul up the third baseline. Bit of a funny sky tonight. It is clear, but the smoke overhead with this light at 8:45 makes it appear to be gray and cloudy. One-two is kept close again by Mendoza. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bragg at third base, Collard at second. They both have RBI singles in this 3-run inning. The HarbourCats looking to move a half game ahead of Wenatchee. With the win tonight, the Outlaw Sox are off tonight. 2-2 to Shipley is fouled away left side again. Good battle here by the shortstop. 10 runs on 13 hits tonight. Two and two is strike 3 called. Armin Saburi comes on to strike out Weiss and Shipley. We go to the 8th after the HarbourCats score 3. They now lead 10-3 here on Go Live Broadcast.
Since 1968, White Mountain Construction has been committed to supporting our growing communities as we evolve into a private investment company. We're proud to here to be part of the success of so many educational and community initiatives to support your Victoria HarbourCats. For further information, go to garrettconstruction.ca. HarbourCats will be October 13th. Christian Mountain Quality is taking action with the season as well as providing needs services and individual needs. Like the Christian historians of the HarbourCats webpage, viewing representatives of your favorite HarbourCats player, visit website HarbourCatsPhotos.com.
Top of the 8th inning, HarbourCats lead 10-3 over Bellingham here in Game 2. Back to the mound is Garrison Ritter. First pitch swung on, hit high and deep to center field. Chops back to the track, to the wall. That ball is gone. Leadoff home run for Chase Illig. His league-leading 15th home run of the year. Gets Bellingham back on the board. It's 10-4. You know what? That's not all bad for the HarbourCats right there. A leadoff home run with a 10-3, now 10-4 game. Garrison Ritter has been good. Retired his first 4 and he's throwing strikes. That's what you want to do with a large lead. Fouled back. This one by Max Flower. Flower 1 for 3 with a run scored. Last thing you want to be doing is nibbling and issuing free passes. Solo home runs aren't going to beat you up 7. 0-1 pitch. Missing inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. And with the bat like Chase Illig you had to think he was due. Relatively quiet in the first game and a half. Ground ball, 2 hops. Shipley throws across, 4 out, number 1. Shipley was very busy in the first couple of innings, not so much lately. He gets another play there though. This is Ryan Mendoza. Mendoza, the catcher, has 2 hits. Ritter delivers, foul ball, first base line. 4 runs on 8 hits now for Bellingham. Oh, 1, swing and a miss, 0-2. Missing. Next action comes your way tomorrow night, 6:35, as these 2 teams finish their 3-game series. 1-2 pitch is to the backstop, 2-2. Tomorrow is going to be a big day in the North Division standings. Wenatchee playing a doubleheader. Victoria and Bellingham facing each other one more time. 2-2 is strike 3 called on the inside part to Ryan Mendoza. Strikeout number 2 for Ritter. Two outs for Colin Ridley. Ridley is 0 for 3. First pitch fouled off the end of the bat. 0-1. Good crowd here on a Tuesday night. Baseball seating was mainly full, and most of them are still in here. Just about 9 o'clock on a Tuesday. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Garrison Ritter gave up the leadoff home run to Chase Illig, but it's been a few people who have given up a long ball to Illig. He has 15 of them now. Ritter trying to work through the 8th. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. That's his 3rd K. We go to the bottom of the 8th inning. The HarbourCats have one more chance to add on to a 10-4 lead here on Go Live Broadcast.
All right, fans, get on the 4 minutes. It is very time to know that we will be paying for $500. It is a blue ticket. Ticket number Thank you to the commissioners for providing security for all of their HarbourCats games. Commissioners posted every day, everywhere, safe for their communities. On Friday, Saturday nights after home games, post-game podcast after the Duke and at Darcy's, needless to party.
Hunter Vansaw leads off the bottom of the 8th inning, 10-4, the HarbourCats lead. First pitch swung on, line to right field, gets down for a base hit. Hunter Vansaw is locked in tonight. That is his 4th hit of the game, 4 for 5 with a home run. And his out was a line drive to right field as well. And it looks like Vansaw will be lifted for pinch runner over at first base. Dylan Thorpe is the pinch runner. Thorpe is a pitcher, so he will be subbed for again when we head to the 9th. Off the fist to shortstop, on to second for the first out, on to first for, no, not in time. Fielder's choice. Yake to Matthews gets the lead runner Thorpe. But McGuire legs it out to first base. One on, one out for Andrew Shaps. Shaps 1 for 4. First pitch is strike 1. Oh, 1 behind the back of Shaps, moving up to second base is McGuire on the wild pitch. Runners up to second with 1 out. Shaps has a 1-1 count. Armin Saburi is still the left-hander for Bellingham. He took over last inning. 1-1 is a ball, 2-1. The HarbourCats have scored all 10 of their runs in the last 5 innings, scoring multiple runs in 4 different frames tonight. Two-one. Chopper to shortstop. Ernie Yake backs up on it. Throw from behind the bag is offline and late. Andrew Shaps should be given an infield single on that play. It backed up on Ernie Yake. He had a long throw after a chopper, and it is an infield single. Runners are now at the corners. Noah Pruitt will get his second plate appearance. He walked and scored in the 7th. "15 hits now racked up by the HarbourCats. Inside for ball 1 on Pruitt. Sorry, 1-0 is the scoreboard has yet to be reset. 2-0. Runner at third, McGuire. Shaps at first. 1 out in the bottom of the 8th. Missing ball 3 on Pruitt. Behind Noah Pruitt is Riley Zajac. He singled last time, but it appears that Brian McRae is now heading to the bench, and he will. The 3-0 on Pruitt is strike 1. DJ Porter has now grabbed the bat and figures to bat behind Pruitt. Playing the matchups with the lefty Sabori now on the mound. Line to the first baseman, stepping on the bag, going to second for the double play. Evan Hearn turns a 3-6 double play to get Bellingham out of the bottom of the 8th. We go to the 9th with the HarbourCats leading 10-4 here on Go Live Broadcast.
Don't miss the run that first batter.
We go to the 9th inning. HarbourCats leading Bellingham 10-4. Looking for an important victory tonight. And they turn to their closer, Travis Kuhn, in a 6-run game, swing and a miss. Check swing went around by Cody Matthews. The second baseman is 1 for 3 with a couple of RBIs tonight for Bellingham. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Travis Kuhn has been good this year. 21 games, he's 1-2 with 9 saves on a 3.29 ERA. 27 and a third, 23 hits, 12 walks, 36 strikeouts. Swing and a miss, there's strikeout 37. 1 out here in the 9th. Evan Hearn is 0 for 3, the first baseman. Travis Kuhn has had an excellent year, but the last few outings have been tough. He has given up 5 earned runs in his last 4 outings. Called strike 1-1. All those outings are exactly 1 inning. And he gave up 3 last time out against Kelowna. Fouled back 1-2. Non-save situation here, but important nonetheless. 1-2. Popped up left side, back from third, foul ground, left field, bullpen. The play is made by Pruitt. 2 quick outs for Travis Kuhn here in the top of the 9th is all he will do tonight, as Brian McRae comes and gets the ball, so the HarbourCats will go to the bullpen for the final out of the game. We'll be right back on Go Live Broadcast, 10-4 in the top of the 9th.
This is over his head, and it's over the wall. Kevin Collard will touch them all. The HarbourCats have tied the game 1-1. Bonneau with a fly ball to right field, and this is going to go back and out of here. There's a drive to left field by Alcantara. This is up, and out! Grand slam for A.J. Alcantara. 6-0 for the HarbourCats.
The new pitcher for the HarbourCats in the top of the 9th inning is Cole Masick. Second appearance of the season, second in as many days. Last night, 1 scoreless inning on 1 hit with a walk. 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 9th. 10-4 HarbourCats. Masick will face Austin Pinarini. Masick is from LSU Shreveport. First pitch is ball 1 to the backstop on Pinarini. 1 for 3 with a run scored is the center fielder for the Bells. One-0 is ball 2. We will do a quick run through the standings, updated standings, and then the line score after tonight's ball game. 1-1 pitch is a fly ball to center field. Crashing in is Shaps. He has a beat on it, and actually out is Harry Shipley for the sliding play to end the ball game. Masick gets his hitter, and the HarbourCats win. Final score 10-4. So the HarbourCats pick up a much-needed victory. They move up to 14-10. They're officially a half game ahead of Wenatchee, but Wenatchee has lost 1 fewer game, so there is that, and Wenatchee owns the tiebreaker. Wenatchee plays 2 games tomorrow. The HarbourCats and Bells play their final game at 6:35 tomorrow night. Bellingham is now at 12-11. They fall a game back of the HarbourCats and 2 back in the loss column to Wenatchee. The final lines tonight: 4 runs on 8 hits, 3 errors for Bellingham, 10 runs on 15 hits, and an error for the HarbourCats in the win. And the win goes to Taylor Prokopis, who is 4-2. That'll be all for tonight from Royal Athletic Park. The HarbourCats win 10-4. For myself, Jonathan Hodson, for my partner, Mike Edwards, and for Chris Jaycox in the truck, thanks so much for watching tonight. We'll be back with you at 6:35 tomorrow.